congratulate the fans. So I also congratulate the old players, those whom I played with, the present players, the administrators, the Edgar. Also congratulate you with us as PPI, as Polo. I'm together with you. God bless you.
Fufa yanakazade waffe kwegamba tujabazamu kintu kimu okukuuma omutindo ne standard mu myaka 10.
Hello everyone, my name is Sandra Nabweteme and I'm here to congratulate the Federation of Uganda Football Association for reaching 100 years of existence, 100 years of service. I want to congratulate all the staff members, former, current, for reaching this milestone. I want to thank the Fufa President, Engineer Moses Magogo, for giving us an opportunity, especially us women, to be able to play football in Uganda. In 2015, the league was started, the Women's National League was started, and I was one of the few people who was able to play in the league. So I want to congratulate everyone for this milestone.
Ayawaye umujyana umupira wa Uganda Burundi ayawaye umutimu yagiye Ubungereza mu kuwatana mukaga.
My message.
I think it was worth it, the 2 minutes. Mr. Hussein, you exonerate yourself. Most especially that the paycheck for this month has not yet been released. I also want to inform members that it has been the strategy of this federation to work and create relationships with the different entities, but also most importantly the former leaders at Fufa. It is by design that we have them involved. We have Mr. Livingstone Lajan, who was a member of the executive committee of Fufa. But we also have Mr. Aruna Mawanda, who was a former general secretary, who is a former general secretary at Fufa with us, and they are always with us. I hope there is no former leader that is here that I have not mentioned. I see Swale Ken is standing up. I don't know whether he's a former leader also. But I'll give Mr. Lajan 2 minutes, Mr. Mawanda 2 minutes as part of my concluding remarks to have a few words to us. And then I'll conclude this General Assembly.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. All protocols observed. I know usually the President doesn't like the issue of thanking, and so forth, but sincerely I can't fail to thank. As he said, for some of us who have been in the Federation, and we were here talking with my colleague Mawanda, whom we were with, it is entirely different. Magola can bear with me because we were together so many years. Everything have changed. The way assembly is conducted is entirely different. Football itself have really developed in a very strong way. And what I could say is that everybody in football, I could only request and beg that you give a hand to the executive running football in this country so that they can continue. They can continue doing what they are doing. I was really amused when I saw the statement when they are about 4 point something billion to run football. We are running football with less than 100 million shillings. With all teams participating, not even a coin coming from the government. Not even a coin. under 17, under 19, under 21, under 23, national teams, women teams, we are all participating. You can see how difficult it was. But what the executive before us has brought in place is that they have brought a very good atmosphere, a very conducive atmosphere, attracting sponsors, government also listening and feeling that football is very important. Members, let's give a very, very big support to the committee headed by Engineer Magogo, who doesn't have issues with people who are in football. I say this without even mingling words. We have been having, I think he mentioned it, we have been having wrangles in football, which could not allow football to develop in this country. And that is something which was seen and did, and everybody witnessed. But for good years, football is very stable in this country, but it's because of good leadership. I really wonder, when you get Fufa having more than 50, 60 people working in the federation. We had 3, Karema, I don't know, and who, and Aisha. Those were the only 2 people working in Fufa. Yeah? But today you have Fufa with more than 60 employees. That means football has developed. But it does not develop under somebody who doesn't know. It develops under somebody who understands it and is capable and ready for it. Let us give a very big clap to Magogo and his team running the game in this country. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, my senior, Honorable the President, our guests. Actually, my colleague has said all. We have been here and looking at the budget, and of course, what he has mentioned is what we have been actually saying. My only thing is, Mr. President, I thank you and the executive for being receptive, for listening, for accepting those who are ready to work with you. I thank you for that. There's a time that some of us couldn't probably come near football again. And we were listening, we were hearing Mawanda in other things at a national level. But now we are back because of you and your team. So I thank you, Mr. President. Let me take this opportunity to thank all the delegates and all those who are putting in money to develop football. I thank you as delegates because you are the parliament of football. I thank you very much, all of you, for that. I'm seeing many friends and new faces. I thank you for that. I don't have much because my colleague has said it all. We are discussing here. We are using less than 100 million. Now we're looking at billions and the rest. And the inroads you made in government and the rest. And by the way, members, this executive led by Honorable, the level that you have put the federation is at a very high level. Where, for example, we are not having Mr. Infantino physically, but we are having him here, we are having a relative, somebody representing him here. We are having Mr. Uko, Sekafa is here, CAF is here. Dear members, our bosses, the executive, look at that. We have to maintain that as delegates, as members of the executive. I thank you very much, Mr. President, and your executive and the delegates. May God bless you all.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Mawanda. Thank you so much. I want to also inform members that I salute the former leaders of Fufa in a very genuine manner. And very many are still part of the game. Some of you have been here, some of you left. But we still engage you to advise us, to discuss with us. But I still ask myself, because when they were in leadership, personally I was a student but following football, and we, inclusive myself, used to criticize and believe that Fufa is actually doing nothing and these are the wrong people. I have been lucky to go and sit where they were sitting, to start appreciating that probably certain things are totally different. Like Mr. Lajan mentioned, I don't know how these people were running football, because I imagine it today, without support from government, zero support from government, without any sponsors, and without get collection for the national team. Now I'm wondering how that was practical, that you would run the game of football which deserves money, but also produce some results. Because the 1999 team that played in the semi-finals of the All Africa Games became the core and principal, and was an under-23 team at that time. The Fufa house, which was built under the support of FIFA, was done by the same administration. And it was such a very good, solid building. I can tell you with authority that was a good job done, that we did not need to do when we came in. I'm a person who believes in building on what others have done. I believe we got a good foundation that the country could have not been aware of and was too critical. I still insist that this game is for everybody. We are, as a federation, open to working with everybody. That's why you'll find it very difficult to have issues with me. I don't have issues with people. You can have issues with me if you choose, but you may be having issues when I don't have time to have issues back with you. So I encourage everybody to work like that. This is a game of football. We can argue, we can disagree, but tomorrow we just move on to other things. I also want to inform members that much as this executive has performed very well, it has also been maybe luck that it came at a time when the administration at CAF has improved a lot, including CAF also providing resources to the members. It never happened before, never. But today, CAF has not only provided resources, but has provided avenues for federations to make more money, especially from the television rights. What a coincidence that it came at a time when we had President Gianni Infantino at FIFA. I love telling you this story, that whereas I knew President Gianni Infantino before he became president of FIFA, and when he intended to become president of FIFA, I asked him, what are you bringing on table? And he told me, I'm bringing money to football. And asked him, where is the money going to come from? He said, the money actually already exists at FIFA. And today, as we speak, the volume of resources we are getting from FIFA is not what you have seen the figures that have been presented here. Those days, it used to be, when it started coming, it used to be, I think, $200,000. First of all, with very serious conditions that you could not use it for anything else. But today, FIFA has not only given us more resources, but has given us even the opportunity to choose how we want to use it in certain areas. Solomon, please take our regards to President Gianni Infantino once again for turning around the football in the whole world. That these delegates here, I asked them that whom should we vote, and they allowed me to say, always please vote for President Gianni. It is their decision, and we have discussed this at the General Assembly. I'm not saying in front of you, and that's the position of the members that I represent. I want to take this opportunity as I conclude to thank you, the delegates. I know that you spend your money, your time, your persons. Thank you so much. The club chairmen who are here, thank you so much for running and financing the game of football. I also want to thank the staff of Edgar Watson, Dr. Aza, for providing us with an environment that football must be protected. It is not easy to take the decisions, the federation, because we try to be as fair as possible. And when I asked you that please come and help me on this, you are very available to do that. But some of them, FIFA has taken them up. The people you have sanctioned, FIFA has issued worldwide sanctions after looking at the procedures we have undertaken. Allow me to recognize Mr. Kachumu, Stephen, who is here, who is support. We sympathize with you. Back in the hall. After the closing prayer, we'll have the Fufa anthem and walk out at will. Thank you. We can stand up for the closing prayer and then done.
At your government to support the beautiful game. One tribe, one family, one religion, one nation. It is our game, it's our country, it's our joy, it's our nation. The past and present stars.